Welcome back to the morning show on this Monday. It's a great day to learn about agriculture in Central Illinois, and what better way to do that than with our Ag in the Classroom segment. With us now this morning is Sarah Kaper from the Champaign County Farm Bureau Foundation's Ag in the Classroom program. Boy, we're getting close to the end of the school year, aren't we?
We sure are. It's spring, people are testing, and we've done some really fun things to finish out our year.
I imagine you're pretty popular in the classroom this time.
Well, at this time of the year for sure, because everybody wants a break, and Ag is a great way to get into the classrooms and teach something while the teachers get to do other things.
Right, and while the students might want a break, there's a group that is not getting a break. They are hard at work now, aren't they?
Yes,
that's right.
Absolutely.
And
that has to do with my lesson. Vermicomposting, worms that are hard at work all the time, just beneath our feet. Did you know there are 1 million worms in 1 acre of healthy soil?
1 million worms.
1 million worms.
Wow.
And just to help our viewers visualize this, an acre is a football field without the end goal. So I always tell that to kids so that they know, because they hear that word all the time, but they have no idea what an acre is. So 1 million worms in healthy soil. And what are they doing exactly under there?
I think they're just chilling out, aren't they?
They're definitely doing that, but they are constantly at work eating and, I'm sorry to say this in front of you, but pooping.
It's the morning. We can say that.
It's the morning. We can say that. You're not going to run with that one, I'm sure.
Pooping on the morning.
But they're eating and they're pooping. And what they're doing is they're recycling. Worms are natural recyclers. They're eating things that are decomposing in the soil, so organic material. And when they do poo, it's called castings, that becomes a new rich soil. So they are completely turning over the soil for us. It's pretty amazing. What are you thinking of, Jacob? What are you thinking
really
of?
Know, and I'm
You're
not sure
thinking of a lot of things. Well, we did this really fun lesson in classrooms this spring. Julie Adcock and I gave out over 4,000 rubber worms to students. We did this lesson so many times. And what we really wanted kids to know is how a worm functions in the soil and what it needs, just like a new pet. So we're going to build a little worm bin. This is a fake. We always say it's something that we're simulating with. So we're going to put some recycled paper, and we talk to kids about if you were building a worm bin, just a little bit, not too much. You could use, these are old brown bags, but you could use newspaper, whatever you'd like. I've put it in the shredder. And that usually gets wet. Now, when we were doing this in school, we didn't, but we want moisture for our worms. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. Then we pretend this is another layer of soil. So because we have rich, dark soil in Illinois, the kids took a little piece of tissue paper like this and crumpled it up and laid it over the top of the recycled paper. The moisture would draw up into that soil and keep it nice and wet for the worms. Now, give it a pinch of sand. And why sand? Because we talk about, we hate sand in our food. If you've ever had that, it's not very good.
But you need some sand in the soil.
But you need some sand in the soil for a lot of reasons for plants. But worms also use that for digestive purposes. They don't have teeth.
Interesting.
And so the soil...
They have teeth in the Sci-Fi Channel.
Okay, well, yes, I'm not talking about that in school. But that gravelly sand helps them break down the food in their stomach. Okay, next we're going to add a nice worm in our bin, and it does stick to everything. And of course, kids ask if that's a gummy worm, just like you did before we started recording.
I've seen this with Oreos, and we'll leave that for the website.
And we talk a little bit about the worms. Then we talk about the anatomy, and we're very simple, but we talk about the head of the earthworm, and that there is a mouth, no eyes. No ears. They are blind, but they can sense light.
No eyes, no ears. Blind and deaf.
Blind and deaf, but they can sense vibrations as well. So they are staying out of the sun, because I always tell the kids, what does sun do? It's hot, it dries. And a dry worm is a dead worm. Everybody at home who's done this lesson with me probably already knows that. So we've got the worm in. Now we want to feed it. So we've got some food. And we're going to give it a little bit. And it's so colorful because we talk about what worms should and should not eat. They eat healthy organic material, our fruits and vegetables that we throw up, peels and things like that. They love sticks and dead leaves and things like that. So we are definitely feeding it something good. You do not want to feed your worms animal products or meat, okay? Something we don't want to do. Now, the next step is to go back down here. I'm going to send you back down here. We're going to put some recycled paper or some sunscreen we talk about on the top, and we would moisten that a little bit for those kiddos. So.
Cup model there.
Yes, it is a fun model to take home. The kids use it to teach their own parents or anybody else at home about it.
Can we get the books real quick before we go?
We absolutely can. This is called Growing Table, and this is Farmer Will Allen. He is in Milwaukee. And he has a urban farm that has earthworms that he teaches people about. And this is a brand new book called The Soil in Jackie's Garden. And it's a really cool book that talks about all of the layers beneath our feet.
I love that. Great resources here. If you want to learn more about worms or connect with Ag in the Classroom on our website here before the end of the year, find out what they're doing through the summer and more, just head on over to our website, WCIA.com.